Hey everybody, what's going on? Deadman here, and yes, I'm excited. It happened today, Tuesday, July 19th. Put that down there in the date. Legion pre-patch finally hit live. Of course, a lot of class changes and a lot of stuff is happening. So, what we're going to do is we're going to watch this Legion pre-expansion patch survival guide. And then we're going to get into the bones of this patch. Of course, I for Legion, I am going to main tank as a main. Sorry, as a main, I'm going to be a Prot Paladin. Also, for my alt character, it will be a Holy Priest. Of course, I got my little notes here from Icy Veins. So let's get right into the patch survival guide.
Welcome to the World of Warcraft Survival Guide for patch 7.0, the Legion pre-expansion patch. In this video, we'll cover some of the most important changes and new features in patch 7.0. Remember, for complete details, check out our full patch notes and preview blogs at worldofwarcraft.com. First and foremost, we've made a lot of changes to class mechanics in order to refocus their gameplay around their core fantasy and make each spec feel unique and exciting. Every class in the game has had at least a few changes, but some are more substantial than others. Survival is now a melee spec for hunters and uses abilities like Harpoon, Raptor Strike, and Mongoose Bite to attack foes. For rogues, combat has been renamed Outlaw and re-envisioned around the use of swords and pistols with abilities like Saber Slash and Pistol Shot. Demonology warlocks have been refocused around summoning and controlling many powerful demons at once, and discipline priests are now focused on a hybrid damage and healing role through a redesigned atonement mechanic. Check out our class preview blogs on worldofwarcraft.com for more info. You can now freely switch between any of your class's available specializations at any time without having to designate a primary and secondary spec. However, in order to change your talents, you'll need to either visit a rested area, such as a major city, or use a Tome of the Clear Mind, which can now only be made by players with the Inscription profession. Patch 7.0 also introduces the brand new transmogrification system. Now, instead of having to keep items in your inventory, you'll permanently unlock an item's appearance account-wide whenever it's bound to your character. Be sure to watch our full transmogrification preview video for more details. In PvP, character stats have been normalized. What that means is, when you zone into a PvP instance such as a battleground or arena, you'll be given a predetermined set of stats, instead of whatever happens to be on your gear. You can get a minor bonus to those stats by increasing your average item level above 700, but for the most part, gear is no longer a major factor in PvP. Once Legion launches, the Honor Talents and Prestige systems will unlock, but they're unavailable until then. These are some of the biggest changes happening immediately in patch 7.0, but it's only the beginning. Stay tuned in the next few weeks for the introduction of the Demon Hunter class for players who have pre-purchased the expansion, as well as the impending arrival of the Burning Legion. And don't forget, you can check out our full patch notes at worldofwarcraft.com for even more details. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in Azeroth.
Finally, here we go. What's new in this patch? My talents have been reset. I already knew that was gonna happen. Let's see what we got. We have Legion coming soon, August 30th. Class changes. Of course, check out your brand new class abilities and talents. And the new transmog system. Alright, so let's go ahead and close out this. First things first, we're going to... Wow. Okay, I guess that works. Oh shit. We're going to go ahead. Is there anything else going to pop up here in this delay? I know, right? Achievement spam. It's not party. Okay. We're gonna. Alright, let's go. Now we're gonna go in here and do this. That was actually quite entertaining. So, freely. Be holy. Can activate whatever I want to activate. That's great. This is my protection paladin because we're gonna go prot. We're gonna go to talents. What the hell is this? I don't need an honor bar, so I'm gonna have to redo my UI a little bit. Okay, start going through these talents here. Alright, so we got Holy Shield. Increases your block chance by 10% and allows you to block spells. Your skillful block deals 3,916 holy damage to your attacker. Replaces... Okay, so you got the Blessed Hammer. Replaces Hammer of Righteousness. Throws a Blessed Hammer that spirals onward, dealing 3,330 holy damage to enemies that it hits and causing them to deal 15% less damage to you on their next auto attack. And then you got the Hammer of Righteous, has no cooldown. Hammer of Righteous, Shield of Righteousness, and Light of the Protector now always gain the benefit of concentration. Whew. Oh, man. Well, when I was on Icy Veins, they said to go with this, because 15% less damage from an attack, no matter what, you get auto-attacked. There's an auto-attack in that rotation somewhere, so they went with the Blessed Hammer. Then let's go ahead and go down to our 30. Let's take a look at 30 here. Alright. We have the First Avenger. Increases the damage of Avenger's shield by 50% and increases the chance of it remaining... for its remaining cooldown to be reset by abilities and talents by 50%. But it only hits one target. For me, that just... it doesn't work for me. At one target, no. I like it when... half the time I am attacking multiple targets, so hitting a 3-target benefit for me is definitely a way to go. Immediately grants 3 charges of Shield of Righteousness, and then you got the Crusader's Judgment. Also triggers Grand Crusader. I think I'm going to go with the Bastion of Light, due to I get an extra charge on my Shield of Righteousness, which also is a buff for me too. Alright, now we're going to go down to 44. We got the Fist of Justice. Reduces the remaining cooldown on the Hammer of Justice by 10 seconds. Kind of useless, isn't it? Repentance forces an enemy to meditate, crowd control, and blinding light. Enemies dazzling light in all directions, blinding enemies within 10 yards, dealing 15,000 holy damage. Okay, I'm gonna go with that one. Replaces Blessing of Protection. Places a blessing on a party or raid member, protecting them from all magical attacks for 10 seconds. Cannot be used on a target with forbearance. Causes forbearance for 30 seconds. Blessing of Salvation. Places a blessing on a party member, temporarily removing all threat from the target and causing all additional threat generated to be transferred to you. That's not bad. And Retribution Aura. You deal 261 holy damage to any enemy whose melee attacks strike a non-tank party raid member within 60 yards. I guess it's kind of useless. Based on the recommendation I got, because again I never played beta, so I don't know any of this. I'm going based off of Icy Veins. So we'll go ahead and go with the Blessing of Spell Warding. Again, these two, like, I can transfer out these two depending on the battle, so it works to my advantage at least. Let's see. Now we got the Hand of Protector. Replaces Light of the Protector. Calls down the light to heal a friendly target for 27% of the target's missing health. Knight Templar reduces the cooldown of Divine Steed by 50% and reduces all damage taken while mounted on your Divine Steed by 20%. And Final Stand. When you use Divine Shield, you also taunt all targets within 15 yards for 8 seconds. I think now the thing with this one, it was between Knight Templar and Final Stand, but I think I'm gonna go with Final Stand on that, especially if I'm fighting taking large groups. A big taunt, AOE taunt is sounds pretty nice at this point. Alright, now we're going to go down here to 90 talents, and we have Channels and Aegis of Light protects you and all allies standing within 10 yards behind you for 6 seconds, reducing all damages taken by 20%. I don't understand this one. I think that tank swap on a debuff, this would come in handy. Especially if I'm not main tanking, because I'll be behind I'll be behind that, but also everybody would be behind me, so that I could switch that out for something like that in raids. We're gonna go ahead to Judgment Light. Judgment Light now appears Judgment of Light to target, causes the next 40 successful attacks against the target to heal the attacker for 1044. This effect can only occur once per second on each target. And Concentrated Ground, up to 6 allies standing in your concentrated receives 433 healing every 0.9 seconds, and enemies within your concentration have a 50% reduced movement speed. As a tank, for me personally, I think I'm going to go with the Judgment of Light, because every time I make an attack, I'm going to get a little bit of health back. So that also helps out with the healer. The healer doesn't have to, you know, I don't get I don't overwhelm the healer, and just helps them out a lot. Now, this is the tricky part, because Icy Veins had no recommendation for this one. All of them were equally good. So it's based off my own personal judgment. So let's go ahead and go through this. Ratchets of the Protector. Shield the Ratchets reduces the remaining cooldown of your Light of Protector and Unbinging Wrath by 3 seconds. Spectrum. The Light temporarily magnifies your power, increases your haste, your critical strike, your mastery, and versatility by 750. It consumes up to 2 charges of Shield of Ratchets and will last 8 seconds per charge. So it will last for 16 seconds if it uses the two charge when it uses the two charges. Very very good if I plan on needing burst damage. Like say if I want to do amplify my damage, like or it's like I'm not getting hit too bad, but I can do more damage, and then I can switch that out and do that. Last Defender. Each enemy within 8 yards reduces the damage that you take and increase the damages that you deal by 3%. This effect has diminishing returns. Again, the less damage I take, the better, and so I think I'm going to go with the Last Defender. Boom. So we got the specialization, Prot Pally. My talents are all set in stone. Well, not set in stone, as I can, of course, change them out for whenever I want to. What do you guys think about my choices? Do you like them? Do you have recommendations? Let me know in the comment section below. Please stay tuned. I will be doing time walking dungeons today to test out the Prot Pally. Also, we're going to do the Holy Priest. Again, let me know in the comment section below. Do you agree with my choices on talents or do you disagree? Let me know in the comment section below, and I will catch y'all later.